against an evidence base that we collected, we then moved on to think about, well, what are the potential options in going forward in the market? What are kind of the 2 or 3 market outcomes we can think about? One is the current situation. Another is what if there is a trading platform entering the market, or more than one? What if there is a trading platform and a CCP entering the market? And try to draw out a framework for thinking about, well, what are the costs and benefits from the various points of view of the players in the value chain, providers of services, end users? What are the costs and benefits of each one of those potential market structures? And this is what we call the cost-benefit analysis, and a tool that a lot of policymakers have over the last 5 to 10 years started to develop as a basis for informing their policies. And I should say, this is not an exact science, and it's really important that we understand that. This is not an end in itself, what we try to do here. What we try to do here is to think about a framework for thinking about the various options available, the various market outcomes, and what sort of possible outcomes, benefits and costs to different players might arise in different scenarios. But nevertheless, it's very important as a part of thinking about what a regulator might do, or how players in the markets might position their economic decisions. So what that CBA, cost-benefit analysis, contains is the assumptions on the demand side, on the supply side, on the wider economy. One aspect that we need to bear in mind is that reductions in transaction costs, they feed through into reductions potentially in the cost of capital, cost of raising capital by companies. Ultimately, I think that the most important aspect of all of this is that we have a company that can access capital at the cheapest possible way, so that that company can invest in productive activity. So we've tried to also draw the impact on wider economy, i.e. cost of capital and investment in the economy. Some of the main parameters, sorry, you had moved that. Some of the main parameters in the cost-benefit analysis, and it's all in the study, but we tried to maybe in a slide just kind of set out very quickly what some of those key parameters are, and I will just mention a few of them, things like the market share of the new entrants, assumed between 5 and 15%, so 5% at the conservative end of the spectrum, the entrance trading fee at 0.45 basis points at the conservative end of the spectrum, entrance clearing fees, but also in terms of an incumbent response in terms of trading fees, we've assumed a 15% reduction at the conservative end of the spectrum. The point to make here is essentially we're modeling the steady state. We're not modeling as of tomorrow these things are going to happen, these changes are going to happen. Let's assume over a period of time, 3 to 5 years, these are the sorts of price reductions that one sees in the market. What would that mean for costs and benefits of different players and society? We've also had to make an assumption around brokers' costs, and my colleague Reinder will make a few comments in a moment, but we've also had to think about increased costs of regulation, and we've assumed an increased cost of regulation in our central scenario, but we have kept the BSM costs that currently are incurred. We've kept that as part of the cost base. So we have not done the offset, so we've been conservative as far as that is concerned.